Well, hello to everybody here. It's Teresa Sanderson. Again, very excited to connect with you today. And today, our topic is, can I make money with a nursing continuing education business online? Again, one of the most frequently asked questions that I get about nursing continuing education. So I'm happy to dive into this today. As you pop in, please feel free to say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. I do love to connect with you. And thank you. Thank you for being a part of my community. Now, as we talk about this topic, can I make money with a nursing continuing education program or business online? I want to cover it in two different ways. Okay. First of all, I want to talk to you about this concept that I work with nurses on all the time, that is how to turn what you already know as a nurse into income. Okay. So that's the first piece that I'll address. And then the second part will be how to use nursing continuing education to market any nurse-owned business that you may already have. Okay, so in other words, I guess what I'm saying is there's at least two ways that you can look at using nursing continuing education to assist with earning income online and creating a profitable business. All right, so first things first, let's talk about how can you take what you already know as a nurse and turn that into income through nursing continuing education. First of all, I would ask you to assess your areas of expertise. What are you strong in nursing? What do you love? What are you passionate about? What unit or population do you love to work on or with? Okay, we all have those unique niches in nursing. For some, it's labor and delivery. For some, it's geriatrics. Some love hospice and home care. Some love critical care, emergency, ICU, nephrology, whatever, right? We have so many specialties. So what is the area that you love to work in and that you're passionate about? And that, you see this question posed a lot. What could you talk about for 30 minutes without anybody preparing you for it? Right? When you think about your nursing experience, what is that for you? We all have that thing that we could do. So assess your expertise and identify an area that you love to work in and would gladly teach and be very comfortable with. Okay, because this creates a recipe for real success. When you're teaching about a topic that you love about, you're going to be able to impact a certain patient population. You're going to feel good about the work that you're doing. Do you see what I mean? All of this is feel-good stuff that nurses really, really need. Okay, a lot of times we feel like the work that we're doing doesn't make a difference, but working with this has a very, very, it's very impactful work that you'll be able to do. So now, once you've identified an area that you want to focus on and that you're passionate about and that you love, then it's time to develop nursing continuing education courses. And I always recommend that we know what nurses are asking about. So this is a very second key point in talking about turning what you already know into income, because we want to be teaching what other nurses are searching for. Okay, we want to teach what we know the audience is already craving. Does that make sense? In other words, I might have a great idea for a course, and it's something that is very near and dear to my heart, and I absolutely love it. But if people are not searching for it, if there's not a market for it, I'm not going to be able to make an impact, right? So remember, this is business. And business requires that we know and understand who our market is. What is our audience looking for? Because can we sell a course that nobody's looking for right now today? Sure. Is it going to take us years to get that off the ground? Yes. Is it probably going to cost a lot of money for us to get in front of people, and it's going to be a very slow process? Yes. Okay. Whereas we want to go into that red hot market where people are searching for things and become a solution. Okay, we want to throw our solution out in the water and let people grab onto it. Okay, so we want to know that the topic you've chosen is in demand. So this is the second step. And once you find that, oh my goodness, it is in demand, then it's time to find the right title. And if we find that it's not a title or topic that's in demand, what do you think we do then? We're going to go back to the drawing board. We're going to relook at, that's the point that I would encourage you. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? We've all heard that expression. But take a look at the topic that you had that we didn't find any active searches for, and is there a different way to position that, or might people be searching for it in a different way? I would explore all of those kinds of things first before just, looking for an altogether new topic. Okay. Another great way to figure out what people are searching for is to listen closely in nursing groups on social media, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok. Find out what they're talking about in there. Where are they identifying knowledge gaps and things that they need? That's a great way to go. And you can kind of benchmark what you're thinking of teaching on those areas. Okay. Now, once you've decided on your topic, you've determined that there's a need, we're going to want to develop that content into a nursing continuing education course. And there are some specific things that will need to be involved in the technical writing to pull your course all together. And so, it'll be important that you have the title, behavioral objectives, outline, reference list, things like this are going to be vitally important. And then consider how you're going to teach. How will you engage your audience? Is it going to be important for you to showcase some case studies and tell some real stories about what has happened, when there's been a knowledge gap on this, when nurses didn't maybe know how to respond, or how this particular segment of the population is suffering because there's a gap in healthcare provision, or whatever the case may be. So and lastly, we just want to be sure that your course that you've developed meets the criteria for nursing continuing education. In other words, it is education above and beyond what nurses are required to have to get through nursing school, and it's formatted and developed in the appropriate way. So great. So let's say, you found your topic, there's a need for it, you've developed your course, and you've got your course approved and you're ready to offer it. What's next? Well, now we need to develop our monetization strategy. How are you going to earn some income from this? How do you go from just having an idea in your head to turning it into income? And there are a lot of different ways to go about doing this, but first and foremost, I encourage you, as you're just getting started, if you've never launched a course before, pricing is going to be one thing. And one of the biggest questions I always get is, how do I price my course? How much is too much? How much is too little? How do I know if I'm getting paid enough? All these kinds of things, right? So know that there is no one size fits all price point, okay? And also know that price is only an issue in the absence of value, okay? I can teach you how to become a nursing continuing education provider within about half an hour. I charge $1,200 for that information. Is it worth it? What do you think? Right? Do you see what I mean? So we have to know that price is only an issue in the absence of value. So I want you to just think about that as you move into pricing your things. Now, I'll also tell you what I earn a great income on today wasn't always that way. There was a time when I gave that information out for $97, right? And with a $50 coupon. So pricing, know that you'll start at one point and you can always increase. If you feel like you've started too high, you can always decrease, okay? So there's no harm, no foul. And you're going to start somewhere and you will make adjustments. You'll make adjustments along the way. The most important thing is to just price your thing and get started, okay? Now, if it's a 1 contact hour course, let's just say, I'll just give you a benchmark here, and you're just getting started, I would encourage you maybe even first have a little beta group, right? Let a few people, 6 to 8 people, take your course for free, and let them give you some reviews and feedback on that. And then you can put your course out there and market it for sale. Okay. And even then you might choose to sell a 1 contact hour course for $7, $27, whatever the right price is for you getting started. And then remember, that price isn't set in stone. If your course is selling, like hotcakes, and people are feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm getting so much value, you can always feel free to adjust your pricing. Okay. So this is one of the ways to turn what you already know into income. And there are many, many more. But now I want to talk to you about how to use nursing continuing education to market a nurse-owned business that you may already have. So I know so many nurses who are coaches, or maybe they're working in IV hydration or concierge nursing, or as legal nurse consultants, or as aesthetic nurses and maybe even teaching other nurses how to start businesses, right? Nursing continuing education can fit into a nurse-owned business very, very nicely. One of the ways that I personally love to use it is to, let's just say I'm a nurse coach. I'm not a nurse coach, but if I were, I would definitely want to be talking to the nurses and all of the physicians' office about health and wellness coaching that I offer to clients as a way that I can help their patients and extend the services that their clinic offers to their population and improve the level and quality of care. See what I'm saying? So what would I do? I might go in and say, hey, I've got a complimentary 1 hour, one contact hour CE program that's all about how nurse coaching works with family practice clinics. Okay, let's just say it's something like that. Or how nurse coaching, 3 key benefits of a nurse coach to a family practice. See what I'm saying? I can go in and teach that. It's complimentary. I'd love to bring it in and teach and train your staff on that. When's a good day? Number 1, I'm going to get past the gatekeeper. Once I'm past the gatekeeper and have a schedule, an appointment booked to go in there and teach, or if I'm teaching virtually, whatever it is, I'm going to have a captive audience now for 1 hour of the nurses in that clinic who are going to learn about what I do. They're going to learn about the population that I serve. They're going to learn about the types of illnesses that I can help with and support, and how I can help them add value to their practice if we make partners somehow. Okay. So at the end of the day, if they don't choose to do business with me, at the end of that presentation, they're at least going to have a high awareness of what it is a nurse coach does, right? Which can lead to referrals for you down the road. However, what typically happens is there's going to be somebody in that office that says, I might like to learn more about this. We should get together and chat more about that. Do you have any paperwork? Do you have a brochure? Is there something we can give out to our patients for you when we see them in our office? So these are the ways that you can use this to develop collaborative relationships. Now, this is just a really quick overview, but that strategy is key for anybody who's in the nurse coaching space, IV hydration, aesthetics, concierge, chronic care management, whatever it might be. That strategy is gold for you in your space, okay? To differentiate yourself from other providers, as well as to get beyond the gatekeeper and meet with the decision makers in the clinics that you'd like to work with and for, okay? So I hope you found this useful today, and something cool is coming up at the end of March. It's starting on March 25th, and it's the very first Create a Nursing CE course workshop of 2024. Starting on March 25th, it's going to be 5 days with me. We're going to go through how to create a nursing continuing education course from start to finish. We're going to start on Monday. I'm going to encourage you to come to the course with an idea, just an inkling of an idea in your mind. And by the time we finish on Friday, you will have a fully prepared 1.0 contact hour course that, you will have fully developed, including the behavioral objectives, the outline references, all of it, using my personal system for getting all of this stuff done. So I would love to see you in there. Right now, nursing needs you. Nursing needs what you know. We need the best practices of every nurse put into nice little CE packages so that we can hand down the knowledge and best practices that we've developed to future generations of nurses. Click the link below this video. I would love to see you in the workshop. Chat soon. Bye-bye.